So hello friends, as a part of basic electrical engineering course, we are going to learn about Ohm's law. So when you have a look on this basic statement of Ohm's law, it says that the potential difference between the two ends of conductor is directly proportional to current flowing through it, and provided the temperature and the physical parameter remain unchanged. So here it is very important that if you have a conductor something like this, and let's say if current pass through that conductor is I, and if you want to measure a potential drop which is across two terminal of the conductor, so as per Ohm's law this potential drop would be proportional to current. Now if you remove this proportionality constant, so this will gives you R into I. So this R is nothing but a resistance, and the unit for this resistance is Ohm. So very simple statement of Ohm's law. Here two things also very important, that this Ohm law is valid with the two basic important conditions. One is its temperature and another is physical parameters. So what about physical parameters? So physical parameters are two. One is length of the conductor and another is the area of conductor. So this should also remain unchanged, so this will be constant. And another part is like temperature, so temperature will also constant, right? Temperature, so this also should be constant. Now let's understand this Ohm's law in another way. If a voltage apply, let's say if we have a conductor like this, and if we connect a source across this conductor, so in this case how Ohm's law can be defined? So when a voltage source is connected between two ends of conductor, the current which pass through this conductor is proportional to a voltage applied to it. Now if you remove this proportionality constant, this will gives you G into V. This G is known as a conductance also. If you relate a conductance with a resistor, so there is a relation between resistance and conductor like this. So R is inversely proportional to its conductance. So thus we can say like the unit of a resistor is Ohm and unit of conductance is Ohm's inverse, and sometimes it is known as a mole also, right? Fine. So let's talk about how you can calculate a value of the resistance for any conductor. So see, ultimately this resistance depends upon two parameters. One is length and another is a cross section area. How it is related? So resistance is directly proportional to its length, resistance is inversely proportional to its cross section area. Thus if you remove this proportionality constant and if you combine length and cross section area, so you can write R is proportional to length upon area, and if you remove this proportionality constant, so you can write R equal to rho L upon A. Now here this rho is known as a specific resistance. Now what is the unit of a specific resistance? And then we will solve one or two examples and then we will end this video. So we have a standard formula of resistance is R equal to rho L upon A. Now first let us find out the unit of Ohm, rho. Now let's make rho as a subject. So rho can be given by RA upon L. Now with this, the unit of R is Ohm, unit of A is meter square, unit of length is meter. So ultimately you can write unit of rho is Ohm meter. Okay. Now let's have a look on one or two examples on the resistance. Let's solve first example. Okay, so if a copper wire has a resistance of 10 ohm, if the length of wire is increased to 3 times, right, now you have to find out the new value of resistance. Okay, so this is our problem. Now let's try to solve it. What is the value of resistance previously? So 10 ohm. 10 ohm when it has length L and cross section area A. Now what is asked here, like what will be the modified value of resistance? So this is my question, and what they have given information about. So if the length of wire is increased to 3 times, so the new length of my conductor will be 3 times of previous length. Now when there is a change in the length, so there will be also change in the area. Now in the question I have to find the modified value of resistance. So I know that modified value of resistance depends upon a specific resistance, which is rho, length, which is the L dash, and the area, which is A dash. Now with this I come to know that length will be 3 times higher. But what about area, right? So area we have to work out. Now see, if you stretch any conductor, and let's say my previous conductor will look like this, which is having L length, and if I stretch it, so let's say with this length increased 3 times higher after stretching it. Now tell me, area will remain constant or it will get changed? So ultimately, of course, with figure also you can observe that area goes reduced. So now see how to find area. So ultimately in any solid material, volume will remain changed, right? Because ultimately we are modifying this previous conductor, and we are getting this increased length of that previous conductor. So this volume will remain constant, so volume will be volume dash. Now for that volume, this area is small a, so I can write like length into area, and here the modified value of length is 3L and area is A dash. With that I can find out the relation between the previous area. So A dash will be 1 by 3 times of the previous area. When I substitute these values in this equation, so my modified value of resistance will become rho L equal to 3L upon area which is here you have of course A, right? A. Okay, so A divided by 3. So this gives me a final formula, 9 times rho L upon A. This rho L upon A is nothing but a previous resistor value, and that is 10 ohm, right? So 9 into 10 gives me 90 ohm. So this is how you have to find out the modified value of resistance. Now let's try to solve another example. So okay, fine. So let's first of all understand what is the example, and then we will try it. So what is the resistance value of the conductor if it is having the same length but the diameter is 1/4 of the previous conductor? So there are two conductors and the resistance of the another conductor is 5 ohm. Now see, try to understand the problem. What it says actually, I have to find out the resistance value first of all of one conductor, and this conductor is having the same length, right, but the dia is 1/4 of the another conductor. Okay, so here see I have two conductors with me. Okay, so let's say this is my first conductor, and also I do have another conductor. So this conductor is having the same length. Okay, but whatever diameter is there, so this is my dia. So this dia is 1/4 of the another conductor. So the another conductor will have 4 times higher dia, right? But the length is the same, L, right? So this dia is 1/4 time of the previous dia, D. Let's say this is my D. Now this particular conductor is having 5 ohm resistor. Now what will be the resistor of this? This is my question. Okay, now first of all let's work out for this. Let's say this two conductor is made up of the same material, so resistor R can be given by rho L by A. Here A can be defined like pi/4 d square. Okay, so this resistor is 5 ohm. This is with the first case. Now with the second case, R can be given by rho length upon area. Let's say this is A dash. Okay, and this A dash, it depends upon this small dia, so this rho L upon pi/4 into d square. So here I have d square, so my area is pi/4 d square. Now see, the diameter is 1/4 of the this diameter, so when I substitute this, rho L pi/4 and 1/4 of the previous dia raised to square. So what it gives me? This will gives me 16 times of rho L upon pi/4 into d square. What it really means that this resistor will be 16 times higher than the previous resistor value, and this resistor value is 5 ohm, so this is 80 ohms. So see, this is how you can compare them, and you can find the relation, and from you can find the unknown value of resistance if you have some matching of physical parameter. Like in that case there is a matching between the length actually, right? So length is same. Another, like you have compared that the unknown value of resistor is having 1/4 of the dia which is there in with the known value of resistor, and from that you can derive the value of the unknown resistor. Thanks for watching this video.